There's just about everyone has made shipwreck concerning the faith of Jesus Christ, and it perverted the revelation of Jesus Christ. Jesus was a man. Paul, to his letter to Timothy, 1 Timothy 2:5, there is one God, and there's one mediator between God and man, the man Jesus Christ. And then in Ephesians 4, Paul further declares that there is one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one body, one spirit, one God, even as you are called in one hope of your calling. And then the Apostle John in John 17:3, bearing record to Jesus' own words that this is life eternal, that they might know you, the one true God, and Jesus whom you sent. And then in Deuteronomy 6:4, Jehovah, our God, makes it clear to Israel that there is one God. There's not a Trinity. There never has been a Trinity. And this is what Paul is trying to describe. John in John chapter 1, verse 14, when he says that, the Word became flesh and tabernacled among us. This is what Paul was trying to get at, that, in Philippians 2, where he says that though he existed in the form of God, which is spirit, he emptied himself to be made in the fashion of a man, in the form of a bondservant, it is described. In 1 Corinthians 15:45 through 47, the Apostle Paul calls him the second man, the last Adam. And in either chapter 5 or 6 of 1 Corinthians, he says that as death came by man came also the resurrection of the dead. We've got to understand, confessing that Jesus came in the flesh and calling him God are two different things. God could not be tempted, and Jesus, the apostles and the disciples of the Lord went out of their way to tell us that Jesus was tempted in every way in which we are, yet without sin. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, which Satan used with Eve to deceive her, to beguile her, to convince her that they wouldn't die, and then saw that the food was good for food and to make one wise, and ate of it and gave to her husband with her. And we got to see that Jesus being made in the image of God in the flesh, Adam was created in God's image, but you got to see that when Eve bare another son to Adam, it was not in the image